Hi, it's Sheena here from KAPOW. Thanks for downloading your blog catalogue. What I'm going to do is to show you how to use it. Using your blog catalogue is a great way to keep on top of the blogs that you have created and published. Not only does this help you repurpose your blogs, but it also helps you have a look at those that may need to be retired if they are not valid anymore, for example. So what I've done is I've opened up the blog catalogue here, and I'm going to go ahead and put some information in it. So I'm going to switch over and have a look at my website. I'm looking at my blog page, and what I want to do is to add this blog to my catalogue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click through to look at the content of the blog on my website. Now I'm doing this from the front end. As you start to create blogs and add them to your website, you can also do this from the back end before you publish it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it this way today. So here is the blog. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go and click into the URL bar at the top of my screen here. I've clicked once, then I'm going to use some keyboard shortcuts to help me copy and paste this. So the first thing that I'm going to use the control key, bottom left of my keyboard, and I'm going to use that together with the letter A to select all of the URL. So control plus A, then I'm going to use the control key plus C to copy, and now I'm going back into my blog catalogue. I'm going to click into the first blog URL cell, and I'm going to use the control key again, and this time together with the letter V to paste that in to the cell of my catalogue. Now, what it's showing you at the moment is vanity text. So instead of showing you the actual URL, it's showing you some prettier text for you to paste into a Word document, for example. I don't want that. I want to see the actual URL. So what I'm going to do now is to make a single right button click over that link in my catalogue, and I'm going to come down the little list here until it says edit hyperlink, and I'm going to give that a click. What I want is the address. I'm just going to move this a bit further up into the screen here, which is what's highlighted down here at the bottom. So again, I'm going to use Control and C to copy that. Then I'm going to click into the text to display box, choose Control plus the letter A, and then Control plus the letter V to paste that in. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. And you'll see that it's changed the URL right there in the catalogue. I'm then going to add the date. Now, if you're not sure if you're doing this historically, if I go back to my blog and I go scroll down under the leading graphic, it's going to show me the date that this was posted. So I'm going to add that into my catalogue, 19th of January 2022. And I'm going to add the title and that's that. So I'm going to click underneath. This particular blog of mine doesn't have a tip sheet that links with it, and it also doesn't need to have the link shrinked. Well, tiny URL is what I use. So I'm going to go ahead and pop another one in. So I'm going to click into the next cell underneath. I'm going to come back to my blog page, and I'm going to come back to the main list of blogs from the front end of my website. So that's just loading up now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down for one that does have a tip sheet. So as you can see, I'm quite a prolific blogger, and I'm going to come here to a blog about getting stuff done. So I'm going to give that a click. Again, I'm going into the main blog here. Same process to begin with. Click once into the URL bar at the top, Control and A to make sure I've got it all selected, Control and C to copy it, back down into my blog catalogue, Control and V to paste that in, then right click over it, edit the hyperlink so that I am again copying Control and C and then pasting in the actual URL that I want to use. And in this case, there is a link to a tip sheet in this blog. So I'm going to go ahead and find it. And if I scroll down a little bit, you'll see that the links, etc., are easily identified by the text that I use. So what I'm going to do here is I've right clicked over that text and I'm going to choose copy link, and then I'm going to come back into my catalogue, use Control and V to paste that in, and there is the link to that tip sheet so that I know which one it's going to. The rest of the process is the same. I'm just going to scroll up. That was the 15th of October last year. So I'm going to put that in. And then I'm going to put the blog title in. And there we go. Now these little arrows on top of each of the columns in your blog catalogue means you can start to filter and sort. So for example, if you were looking for a specific title, then you would be able to click on the little drop down and you'd see them all listed here, and you'd be able to take the ticks out of the ones that you don't want to see, put the tick into the one you do, and it will do exactly that. When that column is filtered, you'll see there's a little funnel on that drop down, and when I want to remove the filter, I just give that drop down a click again and choose clear filter from that column, and back they come. And you can do that on each and every one of your blog catalogue. It's that simple. Using your blog catalogue as you go forward, getting into the habit of using that blog catalogue means it's really easy for you to be able to repurpose those blogs through a product like SmarterQueue, for example, and also to make sure that they're up to date, linking to tip sheets if they have them, and keeping you current, consistent, and content focused. Enjoy!